Okay, shalom, shalom, kum yasha'Allah, kol oimla Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bahashem, Rakah Hakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to the best of their ability. Jachanan the Waf just coming at you with another quick lesson. Giving an update on, the wars, rumors of war, so to speak. A lot going on right now. This guy, Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, he snuck into the U.S., right? They didn't know that he was coming. Well, America knew that he was coming, but, they didn't announce it to the, like how they normally would do leaders and world visits. You know how they'll announce that Joe Biden is going to whatever country. They didn't do that with this guy. This guy slipped in. The next thing you know, he was giving a speech last night in Congress, right? And these so-called white people, man, they sucked it all up. So basically, he came here begging for more money, which they're going to give him. They're going to give him more money, and they're going to give him these new Patriot missiles or whatever. Or they're not new, but they're one of America's most advanced missile systems, so to speak. But let's see. If you missed it last night, I was gonna do it, but this is a part of his speech. The guy can't fucking even read. He can barely talk. I mean, well, I get it. You know what I'm saying? He's, I guess maybe talking in English and trying to translate in English. Some people, if that's not your first language, you know what I'm saying, it don't come out as well. But anyway, let's see.
It's easy to love yourself when the community accepts you because
So like you for that. Let's skip this.
Members of Congress.
I think it's too much.
I think it is. Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and the distinct honor of presenting to you His Excellency Volodymyr Zelensky, President of the Ukraine.
And as you see, he gets a standing ovation. Hell, Nancy Pelosi to the right, man. Hell, she damn near tongue kissed the guy in the mouth, man. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking like, well, damn, is anybody go pick up on that? Because she straight gave him a mushy kiss. She kissed him in the mouth. Because I was watching it. But anyway, it's 30 minutes long almost, and I'm not going to get all off into that. But as you can see, everybody else is there in their red, white, and blue suit and tie type of deal. This guy shows up in a damn sweatshirt and some military pants on, as if he's really in the thick of it, man. But anyway, let's get some of this. It says Russia's foreign minister. Now this lady said something interesting too. Russian foreign minister condemned what is called the monstrous crimes of the regime of Kyiv after U.S. President Joe Biden promised more military support to Ukraine during the this guy's speech. Foreign Minister spokesperson Maria Zakharova, they got them funny ass names, said that no matter how much military support the West provides to Ukraine government, they will achieve nothing. See? And she's right. So you have to wonder, where is all this taxpayers' money going to? Like, what's it really for? Because it's most definitely enriching the weapon company. Because America make a lot of money off weapons, man. They don't care about no wars getting started. They start most of them themselves. But the people that's really benefiting is the people, these greedy ass so-called white men in America that's making all the money off the weapon systems, man, and the weapons and your guns and your tanks and these people get paid, man. That's a lucrative, that's the most lucrative business on earth, man. War. And they know it and they get paid money, man. Okay, it says, as the leadership of our country has stated, the tasks set within the framework of the special military operations will be fulfilled, taking into account the situation on the ground and the actual realities, referring to Russia's war in Ukraine. Okay, her comments came after Zelensky delivered a historic speech from the U.S. Capitol. And I'm telling you, they were standing up clapping every other sentence, he said. They'll sit back down. They'll get back up. They'll sit back down. They'll get back up. And you know, it is what it is, man. Expressing gratitude for American aid in fighting Russian aggression since the war began and asking for more. And they're going to get more. And they're going to get more. And they're going to get more of you taxpayers, you American taxpayers' money. And in the meanwhile, guess what? Your prices of food going to still be going up. Your everything in your life is going to be more expensive. See, they have all this money to give to all these other countries, but they don't care nothing about you Americans, man. You're going to learn that. You're going to see, and especially you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're really going to learn that these people don't have your best interests in mind. Okay? It says, while keeping the spotlight on the conflict in Ukraine, Zelensky emphasized American support is crucial. But what about the other NATO nations? Why isn't he traveling to these other NATO nations? Why? Because America is the top performer for that beast, man. You see? Okay, it says the U.S. announced a new $1.8 billion aid package to Ukraine. See, they're giving them billions upon billions. I think the last package they gave them, this one right here is kind of pretty low, because I think the last one was like $66 billion. But in all, Ukraine have pretty much done got about $100 billion out of America so far. This is just 10 months. You know, almost a year. They done got damn near $100 billion out of you Americans, man. And this is what you should be storming your Capitol for. You should have been there today storming this bitch. I mean, yesterday. You should have been there storming the Capitol yesterday when he was there begging for more of your money. You see? Got up there, got to tell it. You had to see him, man, because you know he used to be an actor. If you're not familiar with this guy, Zelensky, he was an actor before he became president. So he's acting now, right? Okay, it says the U.S. announced the new $1.8 billion aid package to Ukraine, which included the first ever transfer to Ukraine of the Patriot air to missile defense system. Now, see, that's going to be the problem right there. That's going to kind of rile things up a little bit more with Russia. That's why I wanted to do this lesson. Capable of bringing down cruise missiles, short-range ballistic missiles, and aircraft at the significantly higher ceiling than previously provided air defense systems. So this one right here, you know, this particular system can reach on out there a few more miles into the air and take down some shit that's flying above the range of a lot of that stuff, right? But Russia has been warning the U.S. about supplying, because, I mean, really, they're part of this war. Whether they may not have boots on the ground, they may say, hey, well, look, we're not there. But you're providing the people with the weapons, so you're in it, man. And Russia been warning them about, you know, giving them certain things like these particular weapons that they're giving them right now, and it's gonna turn things up, man. It says Kyiv has repeatedly asked for the U.S. Army's Patriot, an acronym for phrase array. It says phased array tracking radar for intercept or a target. I never knew that's what the Patriot acronym meant. I never knew it was an acronym. I just thought it was just Patriot because of these clowns here want to be patriots. Okay, it says, as is considered one of the most capable long-range air defense systems on the market. However, the Kremlin denounced the transaction and said the U.S. supplying Ukraine with Patriot missiles systems will prolong the Ukrainian people's suffering. See? Because that President Putin over there, he's about to get down. He done made his speech as well. It says, we see that, in fact, the United States and other countries are following the path of constantly expanding the range and raising the technical level of the weapons that they supply to Ukraine. Kremlin spokesperson said, it says, this does not contribute to a speedy settlement of the situation. Okay, it says, he went on to say that this will not prevent Russia from achieving its goals in Ukraine. This leads to the fact that, unfortunately, the suffering of the Ukrainian people will continue longer than it could have. So you have your Americans, these Americans, to thank Ukraine for prolonging your suffering, right? It says he added that there were no real cause for peace, because you know they're going to say that. We've been trying to get a peaceful resolution with them and all this other crap. It says, but during the address to the U.S. Congress on Wednesday, Zelensky did stress that we need peace, reiterating the 10-point plan devised by Ukraine. There they go. They want to give a 10-step plan. They like how they gave Kyrie Irving ass that 6-step jump off, right? Get you back in the game, right? The Ukrainian leader also urged U.S. lawmakers to strengthen sanctions against Russia to make the country feel how ruinous its aggression truly is. So, and these sanctions haven't done nothing but messed up, the European countries that's allies to the U.S. Russia's not suffering from no sanctions, man, as of yet. Look at the U.S. Hell, the U.S. citizens is suffering more than the citizens of Russia. Every time you go to the damn pump, realize that. Every time you go to, they're claiming that. Now, Ukraine supposedly be the bread basket of the world as far as wheat and certain things like that. But okay, I get it with wheat. Okay, only thing that I should be looking at in the grocery stores going up is shit like bread, things that's made from wheat. Why are the meat so damn high? Why the fucking eggs so high? Why is the milk so high? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are these other groceries so high? They're trying to shift the blame and say, hey, see, it's the war with Russia and Ukraine that's got everything. Like, come on, you supposed to be... Anyway, let me just go to the scriptures. I wasn't going to keep this long. I wanted to bring this out, though, because I watched that sermon last night. I said sermon. I watched that speech last night, and it's a bunch of bullshit, man. That dude... And it's just like... Every time he said something, they jumping up, clapping. So, first off, let's go to 2 Corinthians 2:11. Because see, we see through these things, man, and we by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel, we try and blow the trumpet to the best of our ability and warn the flock and warn our people that, the time period that we're in. 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. See, we're not ignorant of the fact that the U.S. is, they're pushing that NATO, they're pushing the beast, man, around, the Russian's territory, right? Now, I'm watching the news right now in the Euro news. They kind of repeat things or whatever, but Turkey has still, vetoed. I think it's Poland going into NATO. So the only two countries that are not with these countries surrounding Ukraine around there, Poland, and I think it's Finland, that's trying to be the newest members of NATO. But anyway, the two countries that's holding out right now is Hungary and Turkey. See, Turkey is trying to get their thing, their little... Hey, they want some things on the books that's saying that, hey, you're going to do what we, some things for us too, so to speak, right? So, but we're not ignorant of Satan's devices because we understand that they're trying to surround... See, Russia is one of the last countries that's not down with the LGBTQ. They're not down with that alphabet shit, They're not with that wickedness. And I will say that about them Edomites because they're Edomites too. But they are not about that wickedness being pushed on the kids, man. And they just came up with a new bill or a new law that goes against that the LGBTQ over there. And see, America is trying. These people, all they do is push what they call democracy. They call it democracy, but what it is it's supposedly, when you think of democracy and the way America try and push it, they try and make you seem as if you're free. But what it gives you is the freedom to self-destruct. Now, over in, what is that? I can't think what country that is. Matter of fact, give me a moment here. Let's go and let's do a quick search. Matter of fact, it's in the news, too. I could have probably just went into a news story on it, but... the country that's not letting the women into the universities over there, and they're crying and screaming their asses off. Where was that at? I just seen it. I didn't go into it like that. See, these countries don't want anything to do with the U.S. Let me see. Yes, the Afghan women, of course. Yeah, okay. Now, let's get a little bit of this right here. Because the U.S. is constantly in somebody's country in their business trying to tell them what the fuck to do and how to live and how not to live and all this other stuff in the name of their democracy. These people don't want nothing to do with this, man, because they understand that the Bible says that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? This man is all over the globe with an embassy in every other country. See, these Eastern countries, they don't want nothing to do with America because they understand that America, it produces destruction of family, destruction of just righteousness in general. You know what I'm saying? Not that they're righteous people, but they do have more righteousness about them than these damn Americans, man. And that's for damn sure. For real, for real. They understand that if they allow the Western, because before America just came out of Afghanistan last year or whatever, those women, man, hey, you had a whole generation damn near of new, kids that had been born. They were like, because America was over there like 20 years or so. So you got kids that was born that actual year. Now are 20, 21, 22, and all they knew was freedom or was democracy. But once the Taliban came back in and took over, hey, they was like, stripped them of all that shit. The women was over there driving. They was over there shaking their asses. You know what I'm saying? Not wearing the hijabs or whatever. You see, but this right here, this is Afghan women weep over university ban as Taliban began enforcement. So they not letting them go to school. They not letting them. Hey, look, they keeping it pretty much overall on a biblical level, so to speak, or an ancient level. Like, hey, look, your job is to keep your ass at home, cook, clean this goddamn house up, keep this house clean, and rear those children up in a manner of, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna make them basically great citizens in the future. The boys are gonna learn how to be men, and the women, the little girls, are gonna learn how to be women, and that's that. You don't need to go to no goddamn university. The man is gonna take care of the household like he's supposed to. He's the head. And that's order. But you know what America would do? They'll call that, crimes against humanity and all kinds of different shit. See, these women over here in America, you see, they looking at that, and then these people got all this support. We have to look out for them. Hey, look, you're not gonna get through to those people over there. You damn Americans, y'all done ruined everybody that you done went and landed on their land in the name of democracy. You done ruined them. Because those people understand that if we allow this Western shit, our women are gonna turn into whores. They're gonna get big headed. They're gonna be talking back to the man. They're not gonna be listening to us. They don't want no parts of that. Matter of fact, that's another lesson, but that's the spirit though. When you go into the book of Esther, right? That was the same situation with the king and I think her name was what was the queen Vesti or whatever her name was. She had got big headed than a motherfucker. The king was like, come on down. He wanted to show her off, so to speak, how beautiful she was and all this other stuff, and she told him no, and he got rid of her ass. That's how you ended up with Esther, because he was like, because what those men said. Matter of fact, let's get it. Let's go into it real quick. I know this might be a little bit going to the but this is the spirit, man. We flow in the spirit, man. That's why the scriptures talks about, hey, we don't know that the spirit flows like the wind. We don't know whether it cometh or whether it goeth, man. But let's see here. I'm not exactly. See, Esther becomes queen is the title. Vesti's successor sought, right? I want to get to the point. So what happened? Let me see. Did I pass it already? Oh, okay, yeah. Well, let me see. Oh, I'm in chapter 2. I didn't mean to go to chapter 2. Let's go to chapter 1. I don't know how I got there. I ended up hitting the wrong hookup. Okay, so Queen Vesti's refusal, right? So let's get to the point. Let's start. Let me start at verse 10. It says, on the seventh day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Betsta, Harbona, Bigtha, and Abagtha, Zatar, and Carcas, the seven chamberlains that served in the presence of the Asuras, the king, to bring Vesti, the queen, before the king with the crown royal, to show the people and the princesses her beauty, for she was fair to look on, so she was bad. But the queen Vesti refused to come at the king's commandment by his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him. The king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner towards all that knew law and judgment. And next unto him was Karshina, Shethar, Atmatha, Tarshish, Maraz, Marcina, and Memucan, the seven princes of Persia and Media, which saw the king's face, which sat the first in the kingdom. What shall we do unto King Vesti? Now check out what they talking about. What shall we do unto Queen Vesti according to law? Because she have not performed the commandment of the king, Asuras, by the chamberlains. And Memucan answered before the king and the princes, Vesti the queen have not done wrong to the king only, see? But also to the princes and to all the people that are in all the prophets of the king Asuras, right? So they like, hey, look, she ain't just do you wrong, she done us wrong. Now let's check out why. God damn, what the hell going on here? That's bad. It's a Salakia. They just got this. I'm looking at Euro News. It's just some chicks on regular damn news TV with their titties out. They just got their shirts off, man. This is crazy. Hell no. And this is women, and that's the spirit. And matter of fact, this is I'm looking at it right now. Euro News. It's Kabul, Afghanistan, and the women are out over there arm in arm, marching, trying to be fucking Americans, man. Trying to be like these women in America. What they don't understand is all that's gonna do is break their kingdom down. Okay, but anyway, let's see what these men said. It says, for this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women. Hey, he's telling the king, like, look, all the women of the town, basically, or all over the provinces is going to hear this shit. So that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes. So if the queen can get away with it, then all our women are going to think that they can get away with it. You see? When it shall be reported, the king Asuras commanded Vesti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. See? And this is what they you know, when I'm thinking about it, going off into this Afghanistan thing, I mean, with the Afghan women, see, them Taliban, you may call them brutal, but they have order amongst their women. I bet you that. I bet you they women is not gonna be out at 2 o'clock. I bet you, you know, none of them are gonna be worried about where their woman is at night. I bet you they're gonna be slow to go and get that box up to just anybody. I bet you they're not gonna be out here committing. Hey, look, the adultery levels that's over there are nowhere near the adultery levels that's over here. Don't get me wrong. We know what happens here and there, but you best believe them numbers are small in Afghanistan. Probably slim to none. But here in the Americas, it's a woman out right now during your Christmas holidays, got the husband thinking that she's somewhere Christmas shopping, and she's getting her back blew out right now, right? And again, like I said, I done kind of went into a whole nother lesson, but you know what? The apostle says, hey, there's lessons within lessons, right? But this is your Ukrainian thing right here. This is the reason why a lot of countries don't want to deal with the U.S. But see, you got Ukraine. They over there. I was just looking at, like I said, looking at the TV. He actually put in his speech that, yeah, even if we had to be in shelters, we're still going to celebrate Christmas. Like, you stupid ass. You see what I'm saying? So he's over here. So you got all these countries. They're all into their white Jesus right now. And I'm not going to say it's because of America, because it didn't actually start with America. America is just one of those countries that push things to the limit, man, where everybody kind of drink of the wine like, hey, it's not cool until the Americans are doing it. You see what I'm saying? And Jake just out here spending all their money up, just looking crazy as hell. And that's why I'm glad, man, you know, it's the Passover. I mean, Salakia, it's Shabbat. And we going into Shabbat tomorrow. And you know what? All these Shabbats have been landing on these holidays all year long. That's the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. All these holidays, pretty much, they've been pretty much landing either on or around the Shabbat, man. See that the Shabbat is Wednesday, the Thursday sundown for the end out this month, right? But it comes back in tomorrow, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. No, Salakia. Thursday sundown to Friday sundown, right? Wednesday sundown to Thursday sundown. Then Friday sundown to Thursday sundown to Friday sundown, Salakia. And that's a 48-hour Shabbat, basically. So while everybody is out here scrambling and spending their money, guess what the Israelites are doing? Hey, we posted. We chilling. We done put together our food, our meals. You know what I'm saying? For this 2-day stretch. And we're not out spending no money. We're not out buying nothing. We're not out, having, peppermint lattes and shit like that. And clinking cups together and just, we're not into it. We're not doing any of that, man. We're waiting on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to bring in this winter storm that's supposed to be coming, to whoever's area is going to hit, And call Haloyim La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. We hope that we pray that a bunch of them get snowed in at the airport, slide your ass off a road into a ditch and freeze to death before somebody finds your ass for wanting to be out here traveling doing these wicked ass holidays. See, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, you better wake up. Because, see, these people sending all their money, all your money. That shows you how wicked these people are. And they'll tell you that you're free, but they taking money out of your check every week. Who you think all these billions of dollars are coming from? You people that actually go out here and work. And that's, us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we have nothing to do with no wars. But guess what? They taking money out of our check per week. And some of our money is going towards this wickedness, man. That's why we pray for the hastening of our Lord, man. We can't wait, man. We can't wait. I can't wait, personally. I'm praying that, Yahweh will have mercy on me, man, and that I'm able to see him actually come and destroy this place, man. I'm looking to see it destroyed right now, man. But we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. And I just wanted to, kind of touch on this because these are part of those last day prophecies. So let me get that. And like I said again, we're flowing in the spirit, man. So it is what it is. That's the way I prefer it. I always pray for that anyway. I prefer that the spirit is moving. I don't want to be out here just doing whatever, man. I go in, by the Spirit, I was moved to do this lesson, and I'm doing it. So I pray that it's edifying. Anyway, Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? So the disciples are asking, what's going to be happening in the end of the world? That's why we always go into these prophecies. We have to repeat them. Because we don't even know who's actually looking at the videos. This may be the very first time that somebody ever heard something like this, and we go into the scriptures. And you never know. One of these videos could be the 144,000 person being awoken. It could be about a person that's only got one follower. And that 144,000 person, man, was the one that looked at his video and was like, oh, I got it. He was turned on, man. But anyway, verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Christ. I am Christ, or Mashiach is what we call him, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars, see, and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. And all these things are happening, man. Now, I'm trying to think of this particular weapon that Russia is talking about using. Let me see here. I might be able to find it. Because Russia, done kind of you're like, okay, y'all giving up some more finances and y'all giving them the Patriot missile? Okay, we got something for you, man. Dang, what's the name of that missile? Slovakia. Let me see something real quick. Bear with me real fast. Because I think he's talking about pulling up. He's about to turn Ukraine into a damn nightmare over there. Let me see. I'm looking through my phone. I have that story up. Let me check. Got so many devices I be working with here. Let me see. Bear with me one sec. I should be able to find, because I want to see what the name of the weapon. And he was talking about how America just cannot mess with this weapon, man. Since they're going to set up the Patriot missile, he's got something for that. I don't think it's called. Let's see what this thing is called here. Oh yeah, it says Vladimir Putin announces plans to deploy deadly warship with unstoppable hypersonic missiles against Ukraine. That's what it was. Okay. I'm just gonna put in, see if we can. Hey, this thing is getting more intense, man. It's getting more and more intense. Yep, here we go right here. I'll get it from MSN if I can. Nope, they want me to sign in. I don't want to sign in or nothing, really. Come on here, buddy. Okay, it says Putin to deploy deadly warship with unstoppable hypersonic missiles next month. So this is what's happening, man. Vladimir Putin has declared that a new warship armed with unstoppable hypersonic missiles will enter combat in January. Today, Wednesday, December 21st, the Russian president addressed defense chiefs for an end-of-the-year meeting to assess their campaign in Ukraine. The depot vowed that Moscow will fulfill its military goals in Ukraine and promised to give his armed forces anything they ask for to achieve it. See? It says, Putin mouthpiece says West is at a war with God and nukes will reduce them to ashes. Whoo! I didn't even see all that. That's a whole nother story right there. It says as part of this, he announced that the new Admiral Gashkov class frigate, the newest class of Russian warship, will be launched into combat next month carrying Zircon missiles. That's what I wanted. That's what they're called, Zircon missiles. The nuclear capable weapon has been deployed over at least 4 years, developed over at least 4 years. So this is a new weapon. And is able to strike locations 620 miles away, traveling at a speed of 7,000 miles per hour. God damn. And that lets you know too that see, these Edomites, man, they were gifted with the gift of the sword. Isaac blessed them with the gift of the sword. That's how they getting down, man. That's why they so advanced and so good at making weapons. It says Putin previously bragged that the missiles can travel 5 times faster than those being developed in America. See? So America is behind, man. So those Patriot missiles that they're about to send to Ukraine, that's not going to make any difference, man, when it straight comes down to it. He said following a test earlier this year, this is not just a hypersonic. This is an intercontinental missile. See that? Them ICBMs, man. This is much more serious weapon than you just said. And they are ready. They are already on alert in Russia. Weapons with a speed of Mach 3 or more are being developed in the United States. Our systems fly at a speed of over Mach 20. Damn. So, hey, America is not gonna be. Hey, that's the reason why they not running their asses in there. Hey, look, when it came down to Desert Storm and Iraq and Afghanistan and all these different places, they ran right in. Why? Because those people didn't have what it took to defend themselves. But they're not going to run their asses off into Russia. They're not going to just run off into China, man. Because they understand that those particular countries have some shit to play with. They got things too. They got nuclear weapons as well. Okay, it says Putin also said today that Russia's hypersonic Sarmat missile, dubbed Satan II, would be ready for deployment in the near future. The terrifying weapon is capable of carrying 10 nuclear warheads at one time. Worryingly, it can carry those warheads over 3,700 miles, putting the UK well within striking range from Russian soil. It was last test fired in April, with Putin watching on video via link from northern Russia. Woo! Hey, this thing is getting hot, baby. But let me see what this other link said too, because I didn't see that. This link right here where it says Putin's mouthpiece says West is at war with God. And they are. But see, Putin don't know he's at war with Yahweh Bashim Shai too. He's just being used. See, it's Yahweh Bashim Shai that's matter of fact, let me grab a quick scripture real quick. What is that? See, all of them, they don't know that it's the Lord that's working everything out. Man, is that 27 in? No, that's not it. What is that? Is it 21? Oh, Salakia. I think it's Proverbs 21 and 1. Or is it? Yeah, 21 and 1. Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So these men, these leaders, presidents, these prime ministers, these governors, all these people, man, the Lord is twisting and turning them, man. He's in control of them. Matter of fact, let's go back a chapter. Proverbs 20 and 24. And it reads, "A man's goings are of Yahweh. How can a man then understand his own way?" So everything that they're getting up and doing in the morning, you know, talking with their associates, everything is designed by the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, down to the millisecond, man. Can't get around it. Let's go back into that, though, because I didn't see this before. Come on, man. What the hell going on here? It's a lot. Oh, they brought me out of it. That wasn't what I was trying to do, though. Let me see here. Oh, here we go. Dang, hold on. Let's see what this has to say. And I'm going to end out here. I don't want to keep it long. Let's just see what they got to say in this. It says, Putin mouthpiece says West is at war with God, and nukes will reduce them to ashes. And that's prophetic, man. That's prophetic, man. Them arrows pointed this way, man. Them arrows, man, and all of them are going to hit exactly where they're supposed to hit, man. Nothing's gonna miss, man. Russian state TV host has issued a chilling warning to the West, claiming it would be reduced to ashes if Russia fails its war with Ukraine. Shit, they better let them boys win. But hey, we already know this is all end day prophecies, man. This is all prophecy, man. Okay, it says what's happening in Ukraine won't stay in Ukraine, as he compared the occupation to a holy war. And it is. We live in latter days. See, somebody knows something. What's happening in Ukraine won't stay in Ukraine. A holy war is underway. We're fighting for the right of mankind to live in its original state as designed by the Creator. So, hey, well, you Edomites, man, y'all gonna blow each other up. And the ones of you that's left, you're going into slavery in the kingdom under the Israelites, man. Straight up. It says those fools who are trying to fight, they aren't fighting against us. They're at war with God. In case of their victory, their end is certain. Damn. When I say that either we win or the whole world will be reduced to ashes, this also has another meaning. How can humanity that fights against God continue to exist? So see, hey, that's an Edomite statement right there, that if we can't win, then nobody wins. They willing, see, the so-called white man, they're willing to fuck this whole place up if they can't have their own way. It says the TV clip, which also saw Solovyev call Western leaders Satanists, and they are. and they're damn Satanists too. Was posted and translated by the Russian media Mentor on Saturday. He added that the former U.S. President Trump had been totally traditional and compared him to the current President Biden, who he called nasty and scary. And he is, man, nasty and scary. He said, look at President Vladimir Zelensky's face. Look at Biden's face. An absolute deceitful, nasty, scary, no good person. Wow. He isn't like Trump. Why was Trump out of favor? Because he is totally traditional. At least in some ways, Trump's traditional character provoked hatred. And it did. Because Trump went with all that alphabet shit. You know what I'm saying? It says, if you think about what's happening, it's Satanism. They're purely demonic. You can't put it any other way. See, these Edomites right here, they're not like their cousin, these Edomites over here in the Americas, man. That's a whole nother tribe of them. That's a tribe with at least a little bit of integrity, though they're wicked as hell, too. It says the host is known for his pro-Kremlin agenda and regularly pushes propaganda in favor of Ukraine war. He thought to be a friend of a warmonger. Okay, but anyway, you get the point, man. We don't have to go any further. When people are trying to tell me about whether nuclear weapons can be used or not, I will respond to that briefly and clearly. Do you remember the part of biblical history, Sodom and Gomorrah? Wow. Wow. And that's what America is, man. This is modern day Sodom in Egypt, man. This place is nasty and corrupt. And see, like that man said, traditionally, America doesn't have traditional so-called Christian values, man. This place has fallen so far in the past 50 years. It's unexplainable, man. It's wickedness at its finest. The people are through, and this place is set to just be rocked, man. It's about time for this place to go. You can't get around it. This place is too damn wicked. The Lord is not going to sit here and withstand this much longer, man. This place is ready to go. But anyway, as you can see, you see how these leaders feel about this place, man. And us as the Israelites, we feel the same way. And we're not cheering or clapping for no goddamn Edomites, but we do pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for the destruction of these people. That our Lord will come soon, man. And that we're out of the hands of our oppressors, because us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we have nothing in this place, man. And that goes off into 2nd Esdras chapter 6 in verse 54. Where Esdras was asking the Lord, like, hey, if the earth was created for us, because it was, then why don't we have a place here, basically, roughly paraphrasing. Hey, we're just servants, man. We just been working our asses off from generation to generation for these so-called white people. And look at what it has produced for them. They have these militaries that's beyond touching, man. All off the back. Where do you think America's military, how do you think that this American military got so vast and so powerful? Because they have the children of Israel. And the children of Israel built up this place for nothing. All that free labor they got, they didn't have to pay anybody. But they're going to have to pay Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because the Lord is not going to forget all those things that the so-called white man done to us. So with that, I pray that this lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashala.